It's the 9th of September 2023, 10:43. Luna is ready to go. It's 22 degrees outside. 22 degrees, Luna. It's going to piss the rain and the sun's shining. The sun is shining and it's going to piss the rain. Swell, dude. Look. We're running a wee bit late. Car needs washed. It's covered in Sahara sand. See that Sahara dust is coming over. We've been attacked by everything. It's all happening here today. This is a European Heritage Week. So they say Heritage Week. Look at the sun coming out now, boys. See, I've got a coat on, mate. I'm down in my t-shirt. It's very rare I've got a coat and a t-shirt on. I'm trying all combinations. European Heritage Week. So what happens in European Heritage Week? Everybody tries to get the name for free advertising and give little away. That's basically what happens. So I like of that fort outside Armagh. Can't remember what you call it, the big hill. 1 hour free admission today. If you're there for one particular hour, you're going to get free admission. Dunluce Castle, free all weekend. Saturday and Sunday is free all weekend. Martello Tower, we're going to later on, is only open today. It is always free if it's open, but it's never open. It's open today, not open tomorrow. Broom House over here. So you see the weather. I cannot leave. There's the sun shining now. The car is 22 in the shade. I cannot leave Luna in the car. I wanted to go around the harbour office there in Londonderry, next to Guildhall. You never get in there. It's the original old harbour. Those sailing boats all came up, big grand building, like never been inside it. Belongs to Derry Council. Didn't even know Derry Council owned it. So I read up on it. I would like to went in there today. I thought maybe I could put her in the multi-story and see, trying to work things out. I want to book it. Yeah, they're only open Monday to Friday for the phone call, so I can't book it. I couldn't book it because I didn't know what the weather's going to do. Then I give rain. I said, I'm going to go down and do some of these things. So I had to scrap some of them things. So what we're doing now is we're doing walking tours. Broom House over here, named after where the boom was put across the foil. This lane we're on here now, that would have been the lane just behind that hedge. That was one of the original laneways into this house. Could be gone, I don't know. I don't think we're on it right here now. This is just the construction of the bridge. But right behind that hedge from the carriage park, that is one of the original laneways in. Like all these houses, 2 or 3 gateways. The stables are falling apart. People still go to the stables and they ride horses down here on this park down below. This park down below the Foyle Bridge, that was the city dump at one time. I don't remember it. I lived in Strabane at that time. So it's reclaimed land from the rubbish dump. So we're going to go under the bridge now and get over the Broom House. The council worker there, she told me that they're actually booked up. You see, when you're a single person with a dog, you let you in, like, so hang up, I'm on ahead on this, she says. How you doing?
Not too bad.
Now maybe if you're England and Wales and all them places, maybe they're more strict over here in Monday. I'm on ahead. Probably ones won't turn up. You see, that's what happens. It was last year before I went to an old beam engine, a wee willow. There's only 3 of us at it, and your man didn't even look for tickets. See the hassle of trying to print out a ticket? No. So I don't know why they want you to book all these things, but nobody turns up. Then I had a couple of wee blackbirds out pitches. Oh, I had a few this morning, like, but she's one short of energy here, though. You can see it dawning away coming down that hill. There's the Foyle Bridge now, good view of the Foyle Bridge here. I don't want to arrive too early, no. I want you to get exercise. We've got her exercise. So, I never knew about Broom House in the house. The first time I knew about the boom was, I bought myself a speedboat years ago. That's years ago, chatting maybe 30 years ago. Speedboat. My petrol was cheap then. She trying to run that speedboat and fuel. Took a fortune. And when you go down to this river down here, one of the markers for the ship is actually marked Mount Joy. Mount Joy is marked on it, and that's the first I knew that's where it actually was. These must be the official people here now. So I'm going to walk around. I don't know yet. It's not 11 o'clock yet. I'm not putting queuing up. What time is it? Oh, 10 to. I see we're here now in time, you know. I'll have to be here now. There's not much, not many crowds here yet. So there's that. It actually says Mount Joy out in that market way out there. It's very hard to see. Let her have a wee sniff around there when we get her on the lead. It's now 1:24. The tour ended 10 minutes ago, maybe 15 minutes ago, and we just people chatting to him. That's your man away now. Very, very good. Basically, you always find out about these. You see, the thing about a lot of these stories here, people who have money, were MPs and stuff like that, you just had to have money now. Like. So everybody, most of these big houses all have stories to them. But this one here, something I heard, I'm not a few minutes to get in front of the house. Something I heard, now the boy in Caledon, he's the original family that built this house originally. And then, a lot of history did, I couldn't say half of it. But the Caledons, the Alexanders up in Caledon, they are the original family who commissioned this house. Having the brother fell out. The house was supposed to be 3 times as big, but the brother, his wife died. He was supposed to move in here along with the wife, and they were down in Dublin, and the third child was born and the wife died, so he never came to live in this house. So although they're building the house for him and the wife, he never lived in it, but the brother lived in it, and he went to the house in Caledon, which is still there to this day. And that's a big place up there. What do you call it? Earl Grey tea. It's not that, but it's not that anybody lived in the house, but people who are linked to people who lived in this house. You're born Earl Grey tea, who had done away with slavery, and what else to do? Allowed the Catholic Church and all to come back again, and a couple of other things. He's related to somebody in this house. They popped in, you know. The women, Wrens, used this place in World War II. They had mission huts and that, but I feel UVF unofficially used this place in World at 1920 after partition, and they brought the guns are brought down here from a boat from Larne. So they didn't bring the new guns here in cars. They were brought down from that boat that came across in Larne and came around the Irish Sea, around the whatever you call it, around to here up the fort. No, I'm on this way. He's telling us about King James's Well. There's on a field away over there. One of the original owners, not the original owners who built it, but one of the original owners who bought it, relatives was here. Luna! What, there's wildlife up there, if I'm right, there's a whole lot of birds, you need to keep her away from that. Luna, I'm on this way now, Mum. So take me walk around the back. They have put in for grants for us here. Oh, Luna, what are you in there for? That's illegal, Luna! That's illegal. The original ones put in. Do you know what? Come on ahead, Luna. I'm going in too. All the way now. You get a bit of juice. I was round here before, like. They put in for a grant for us here now, and they're going to hopefully want to start restoring us next March, which is pretty soon, like. He's saying there's one of the rooms down the bottom was a guns room, which is used by the guns that got off the UVF. One of the basement rooms. Luna. But for what I mean, it's always been bricked up. The man who gave the talk in this place, he actually came down as a young boy and delivered something to that house, and was inside the hallway as a young boy, and he never knew the place existed up until he delivered the parcel, and he's been hooked on it ever since, and he's been watching it crumbling. The last owner basically walked away. Somebody came and smashed the windows. I missed that bit. I don't know what to do with terrorism, but somebody smashed all the windows, and your boy just opened the door, walked out and went to his other house he had somewhere else, left all the furniture, antiques, everything was left in there. And the man who was giving the talk there, he said he witnessed people taking out the windows and stuff, people taking out the fireplaces, people just come and take what they wanted. The man just basically, he didn't sell it, he just walked away and left it. the very last owner. Council own it now. It was supposed to be knocked down. They wanted sandstone for the Town Museum in Londonderry, and the builder had come down to knock down the stables to get the sandstone, and apparently he got stopped knocking down the stables, and the woman who owned it at that time says you can have the house, and he was here to knock the house down the day after, only for your man to give him the talk there. He stumbled upon him. He seen the it was crossing the bridge there, crossing, they came turned around and chatting to the builder, and end up he got the sandstone then from the shop. Well, they built the shopping centre in Ballymena, but if he hadn't got the sandstone from the place that was there, I don't remember all these things, but they knocked down a big building, Seven Sisters or something, where Ballymena was, the Tower Centre, I think it was, not Tower Centre, what do you call the other shopping centre? So we got the sandstone from there, and then this place was listed the following day. Then boy listed, tell the digger not to knock it down and all. It was very listed. I don't know, now the stables was listed, and then that's why they came down to this house. So the house would have been knocked down only for a chance your man was driving across the Fire Bridge in the car and noticed the builder's van in here. So I say, if this house is saved, it's your man responsible for it. There's another wee sad story about it as well. There's one couple lived in the house, and they had 4 wains. 3 wains died, and the 4th one went mental. Ended up in an institution over in Scotland. So they're going to name this place after her whenever it's reopened. Can't mind her name. No good with names or dates. Another interesting thing. This is very interesting. Oh, hold on, there's a stone back here. We're looking for a stone. It might be outside the fence, you know. There's a stone here where they tied the boom on. Now the stone wasn't here when they tied the boom on. It was the stone looks like a stone they use for a carved wall. Maybe it's outside this fence. They said it was around the back of the house now. God knows what it is here. And you come back to winter time to see it. It looks like a stone you get on the top of a wall. So basically, you imagine tying a boom. You've got a big rope and chain and logs, and you're tying it to something. You just look for something handy. So the stone must have been there already. Tied around a train under the stone, and then your man got the stone and brought it up to the front door of this house as an ornament, along with 2 cannons. But they're saying then the stone was moved to the back of the house. I don't see no stone here. We'll come back in the winter time when all the weeds is down. They're saying about 96% of the population of Londonderry and Derry, whenever they're asked, do you want Boom Hall saved? They all say yes. Because one of them say it could be political. You know, it's the reason the UVF was here is because the Free State Army had come over. This would have been one of the first places they would have tried to take over, is Boom Hall. And the units didn't want them getting it because this is where the boom was broke. This is where they had a pile of boys down here. Never happened. What it says? Long for ages, like. So I came to find out the history of this house. You end up finding out the history of part of Europe, actually. All about the French and all that there, and the Spanish, the siege of Derry. I went over all that because it's all linked to this. We're not going to see no sea stone now, anyway, Luna. But oh, what's a butterfly here, boys? Look at the butterfly. I knew there was supposed to be a whole pile this year of these red admirals. I tell you what, most of them must be in here. Look how many butterflies. They're not stopping long enough for me to focus in there after them, like. But they're everywhere. Luna's going to flush them all out. Must be them wee plants are after there. They must be good for butterflies. Look at that wee one there. Luna's going scared. Luna's going scared. It's gone down the way. It's gone down. Look at one flying past me. It's like red arrows, I tell you. I don't know where he's gone. But look, he's way in there, look. I didn't know butterflies would go that deep on the grass, eh? He's right down the bottom, on the ground. I'm getting stung. See that what I do to get the photographs for YouTube? I'm getting stung. That camera's very close to him now. Like, this GoPro makes everything look so small. So that camera was about 2 inches off him. If I dropped this camera, he's a dead boy. Don't scare him. Isn't it beautiful, isn't it? Look. He's not so much red, he's more orange. Right. He is beautiful looking. There's a whole dose of them. We must have woke him up, Luna. What's this in it? You don't know what you're going to find, do you? What is that? Is that a... Looks like an orange. You wouldn't get an orange that size. That's a pumpkin. Very small pumpkin out there. Must be left for... That's on Halloween last year. I don't know what that is. But the only thing when they do it up, you're not going to see it as it was like. See all them windowsills all broken and all, they'll all be taken away completely and new ones put in. So the house will look similar to what it was, but it's not the actual stone. You know, them's the actual steps that people stood on. You always see one photograph of that place, or everybody sitting on them steps. And it'd be a shame if the actual original steps then were taken away. Oh, I'm getting out of this hole. So I walk around the back now, Pet. I was going to do a tour of Edmonton with the architects. Not going to make it. 2 o'clock. Luna's going to need fed. So I think by the time we get feed Luna, we'll be down the end of McGilligan to see Martello Tower. But apparently fine. She was so good, stuck on the lead. She whines a wee bit. She's so good. Luna, I'm all over this way now. But they said there's another well up there somewhere, and it was used. They had big tanks in the attic, and every 2 days boys would turn the handle and pump the water up to the tanks in the house, and then it was just gravity fed like a normal house would be today. And often a lot of these houses fell in disrepair after World War II. You had inheritance tax and stuff. But the Muslim temple, that had a roof, and that was used by the RAF during the war. So that was a fully furnished house before World War II, and after the war the boy pulled the roof off. But you can walk around the Muslim temple as a ruin. They have that down as a dangerous structure. Your man was saying that different people come down, even the National Trust, the house is perfectly repairable. So although you see cracks and all on it, it's not that it can't be fixed. It can be easily fixed more or less, and the National Trust says they'll give them furniture when they fix it up. And they must have a couple of sideboards and all left over. There's going to be, there's a park down below now, there's going to be accommodation all on it. There's going to be family rooms and all where you can book it and stay in there if you want to stay in it. But see, I sort of think part of the whole history of Broome House is these fields behind. See, all these wire fences wouldn't have been here. To get a feel of what it would have been like. So basically the reason why I started here, King James's Wells down here. There's a couple of stones in that spot there. So it said there was 2 stages of Derry, and the first stage was an army and all based down here. This is where they based themselves. King James and all was down here. That's why King James's Wells there. And when King James came to Derry and all, he wasn't expecting the gates to be shut on him. He just thought, how you doing, boys? Continue on his way. King James was on his way to Scotland. He was doing a wee tour, getting his army all formed up to go for the English. Go for Cromwell, I think it was, back then. No, it was King William back then. And we do all about Cromwell and all that too. We do a lot of stuff. I don't know how you man. Look at this here, look. It's like a wee jungle in here, boys. I don't think we're going to get walking through this, Luna. Nah, no chance of getting through that. Do you know what I could do, bud? I'll go for a pee here now. I haven't had a pee in a couple of hours. Luna, what are you getting out, pet? We're on the other side now. We've got now with the wee stables. Well, I had to put her in the lead again. I don't want her on the lead all day. Look, she's found a shortcut. But you know the weird thing is, there's 3 ships down there, the Mount Joy and all, and the other 2. There's some famous boy, can't mind the name, I'm no good at names. That's the stone there. So that is the actual stone there that the boom was tied onto. It wasn't sitting there. It's a wee bit cracked. So that wee stone was lying further down near the river. And they brought the boom across, put it around a tree like you do, and then you have to tie the end. So you might need to get a rope now. If I was getting a rope now and I was tying say you're tying a boat or something, you got a rope now, you wrap it around that tree 3 or 4 times, you get a big tree, 3 or 4 loops around, and that basically holds it, but then you need something to tie the rope onto. Why you just don't tie it onto the tree, I don't know. They tied it onto this rock. So, but that rock, it's broken on it. It's probably a tree broke it, you know, the tree's grown. I suppose the boys brought it around here, they dropped it. But that's the actual rock. So you think it'd be a more prime spot than that, wouldn't you? Just sitting there, you hardly see it. You know, a wee plaque or something. So then boys tied the rope onto that. So saying the rope was tied onto it, and then the trees was tied onto the rope, and the actual trees and all were cut to shape and all the rest up at the stables where we're going now. Well, then the man could make a good proper video himself, you know. See if you had a proper video inside, like a wee theatre and a slideshow. It's definitely, it'd make a really good video. But it's long. What else did he go over tonight? Another thing I also heard, which is very interesting. I always knew, I didn't know why, but Stavanger Main Street had something like three different people who were involved in ships. And you think, what's Stavanger Main Street got to do with ships? Like, they lived in that house. One of the boys in Stavanger Main Street, he lived in Stavanger Main Street. He made candles in his house, ornary candles. He brought them down to Londonderry here by a canal, Stavanger Canal, and he sold them in Londonderry. But then he went on then to sell his candles in Scotland. This boy is starting to expand, like. He then had, him and another boy got together, and he started shipping the immigrants from Londonderry out to America. But the Americans didn't want just any Irish people, they didn't want disease. So the other boy, he did the paperwork that let all these Irish ones get on the boat. So two of them together, they made big money. But whenever they went out to America, you can't bring back an empty boat. So they brought back timber, and a lot of the timber is used in the local churches. They were saying, the type of timber it is. A lot of local churches are made of the timber. They came on the boat from the man of Stavanger Main Street, then in that house. From three bags to the immigrants. I know interesting thing. I'm interested. See, it's coming back to me. The original family who owned it then, when the famine came and the British government wouldn't help, the British government thing is, well, if you make the profits from these, what's the name? Tenants. If you make the money for these tenants during the year, so basically to keep these houses going, although these boys are businessmen, a lot of boys just rented out the land to tenants, and that's how they got their wealth. Then it's up to them to support the tenants in the time of need. But the government weren't going to help. They sold that house off in order to help the famine relief. They built a hospital up in Caledon, did a few other things. But you think, like, you just buy food, like. But maybe they needed a hospital. But see, their house was in. But see, the thing is, like, although they sold that house off there, now bear in mind, it's like today, like, you get to charity. Who bankrupts themselves to go to charity? You give a couple of pounds, don't you? Like, say, that's my bit done. You take your train there, like. Everybody was giving their second-hand clothes and stuff at the start. Who gives anything now? You've forgotten about it, like. So it's probably the same back then. The wee stables is up there. We'll take a nosy down here. Pleasure gardens and all were down this way. One of the boys here today, whose family lived here, said that the one that had the three sisters died, and the other one went to Scotland to stay on asylum. They were responsible for planting all the trees you see here today and planting the gardens. So you had to go through this field, he says. There's animals in it, there could be bulls in it, you need to check beforehand. And there's a wee stream that sort of runs down towards the river, and King James as well is down there, and there's a wheelbarrow there, boy. But there was no point in doing it this time of year because there's cows over there and all, like. Just don't know, like. That fence is up there to keep you away from that walled garden, but them cows are in there. So couple of big trees over there. So we're not going down there today, Luna. I always think winter time's the best time to do something like that. Whenever the grass is down low, you'll find stuff better. What else happened? Ban the slave trade boy was here. That's the boy with the tea bag. Earl Grey's tea. Earl Grey tea. So he's related to here. Related. I can't say he ever had a cup of tea in there, but he has relations from there. So they might have sent Christmas cards to each other. So I don't know. He would have known about the place anyway. Like, they might have wrote wee letters and stuff. But some old boy made the money from America, trading, or not America, India. You see, you know what you're going to have to do? You're going to have to come here next year yourself, and this is on here, because I can't mind half of it. And like, your man himself, he's the expert, and even he says his stories changes from time to time. You know, so I'm telling the story of the story. The story, you know, it's going to get distorted a wee bit, like. I'll see what she's like now with wee wildlife here. I was only up here last time up here. I think it was wee willow. I thought it was shocking. The council owned this here. I thought it was shocking the state that the wee chickens now were in pure muck behind. So I don't know if this is a petting farm or what's it supposed to be. But yeah, I don't think I'm a welfish too high in it. There's a lovely wee gate there going through the walled garden. See, this is phase 2 to do this up. A lot of times it's easier to restore barns and stuff and houses. And I don't know if that's phase 2 there, it mightn't survive long enough. Now, don't you be scaring bloody goats now, Luna. Luna's doing its first goat, you see. Luna's pretty good. She's met donkeys. Where did you meet the donkeys one time, Luna? And you were very good with donkeys. You were excellent with donkeys, so you were. Now, I wouldn't get too close now, Luna. He's got horns. He's got horns. Or she's got horns. It's got horns. There's horns there, Luna. There's horns. Yeah, Luna is more interested in looking for these carrots. Look, she smells them. Yeah. So there we are. Luna's passed the goat test. Look how much food just dumped out over there, boys. It's probably point, can't even eat it. And there was wee donkeys over in that wee island we drove there, Luna, and you were very good with donkeys. You touch your noses with them. That wee goat over there's got an itchy ear. You get ones of these horses walking them in the park down below. Well, I don't know. Do you bring your own horse? Do you rent a horse? Do you buy a horse? I don't know. Not much left them wee horses. This is the original driveway down in. So they even saying tree-lined avenue, you know, it wouldn't cost much to plant a few extra trees, would it? So many millions it's going to cost to restore the house. It's not really restoring the house, it's look, wee baby goats over there. Now there's the wee chicks away in the back now. Luna has a thing about chickens. Goats, okay. Oh, there's a pussycat. She doesn't see it yet. Oh, she sees it now. She sees the cat now. And it's funny, you got goats, chickens and pussycats. Which one? No, she's looking at the chickens now. The chickens overruns the cat. Saving the best bit to last, Luna. You think the wee cat might go for them chickens too, wouldn't you? Yeah, wee goats aren't very old. I don't think I've ever seen wee goats that young there. Must be this year's. Wee one in the back's very small. What about the pile of tiles up there on the roof there? You'd think they get one of them wee telescopic things and got me left down a couple of tiles down. They're just sitting there waiting to fall, and the fence ready to... I don't know. You not hurting nothing now, Luna? You not be hurting nothing? Don't be scaring things. There's another dog coming down. I didn't even notice that. She was barking at all the dogs walking past her, she was, during that tour. There's a wee horse trap on there, a wee yellow horse trap. Ah, but you see, you can't go tear it. No, 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 no. You're passing, you're going across the boundary. No, that carry on. No, that carry on. How then? Oh, that wee puppy, Luna. What do you say? You chase them. That's why you can't go in there. You chase them. You can't even resist. Look, a wee chicken starts running. What, do I say wee donkeys? You want to go and say hi to wee donkeys? Alright, you want to go for wee chickens, don't you, pet? But you not be scared of these wee donkeys. You not be scared of the donkeys now. And Luna's been, she's touched nose with donkeys. She's touched noses with cows, or Luna. But she hasn't done it this year, last year. But these donkeys mightn't want to touch noses with you, Luna. You don't know these things. What? Luna wants to touch noses, look. She loves donkeys. Luna will touch nose with a donkey. Now that one, it's not used to touching noses, Luna. Look at it. More stuff in there, see there. Look at the wee hooves, how bent they are, like. I'm not an expert in donkey's feet, like. Maybe that's the way donkey feet are. They're different from a horse. A horse is more flat, then hooves is very curved out, I don't know, like more like feet than hooves. Is your hooves normal, are they, pet? I don't have no food with me, pet. Luna's trying to steal your food out here, I reckon. What's she after there? Has somebody dropped a card or something? You don't know. What's she after there? How many donkeys do you need, like? You only need one or two for a manger at Christmas time. Oh, look at that one showing his teeth over there. I always see ones riding horses. I always see them riding donkeys. Where's all the horses? Unless they bring them here in horse boxes. There's one horse over there, like. 2 horses. 3 horses. Mostly donkeys. It's right by field, like, but they haven't much of a view, have they? So they've got a couple of wee trees to scratch. Can I scratch your wee head, can I? Would you let me scratch your head? Or I scratch your head? Any itches? Have you got any itches, have you? I always see, there we go. You got any wee... You always got wee itches now. Always got wee itches. Is there any you want scratched? You want a wee scratch? Oh, Luna's going to help scratch now. Hey, them ears is hard there, boys. A wee scratchy. Oh, look at the dust. Look at the dust coming off that. Look at the dust there, boys. Hey, I cannot be comfortable there, lying out in mucky there. Cannot be comfortable. Well, your hand's not too bad. Normally you pet a horse, you're bog rotten, like. It's all mostly dusty. That wee one there's got an itchy leg, eh? If you come over here, I'll scratch your leg. Leg scratch is available over this way. You want to come over and get a leg scratch? Well, my hand's going to get tired here. If you want the leg scratched, you need to come over. What about your leg? Your leg's okay? It's not all about food, is it? You need a wee pet, that's I reckon. Luna says you're not petting me. Where's my food? Luna wants the food, not the pet. I feel sorry for you. I think if people want to have, like my sister's got a horse, my niece has got a horse. I don't think anybody should have a horse. If you have a horse, having a field like this, free ranging, that's okay. Shouldn't be riding a horse. Different years ago, horses were out working and stuff, and they had stuff in the pass of time. Just put them on a field and pure boredom, like. Can't be right. And my sister's not even on a field, stuck on a very shed, like, very stable. You want to get in a paddock like an hour a day, whatever it is, like. At least these wee ones, the only thing is these ones, they have nowhere to go for shelter. You need free ranging and a bit of shelter, both, don't you? You need both. That looks a funny donkey over there. Apart from the fact he's got a big boy, like, that's white underneath. He looks different. I doubt he must have been, his parents must have been playing around with something. He's not a pure donkey there. See that white horse down there, white tummy? I might have been playing around with that parent there, you don't know. Don't know what's going on in this field, hanky panky going everywhere. I'm going to have to go on now with my Luna. My Luna's fed up. She needs off the lead again. I thought I heard a peacock going, but no, I don't see one. I'll get it off the lead down here again now. We walk around the park. We get past these chickens now, I can let you off again. We're not going to need to do my drink now, you know. How do I put my coat on again? I took the jumper off of the t-shirt and my coat. I don't know what they wear in this weather. The sun's coming out like. Right. See what you like the wee goat again. Now, that's a friendly goat there. Which is a whole pair of goats in, eh boys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 goats. Watch it. See that wire? Look, watch that. No, she's after the goat food now, look, see. She's after your food. Hey, look at that there, look. There's a hole in the wire, they use a couple of cable ties. These boys need a grand body, don't they? Look at the rope around the pair of things' neck. They've all got ropes around the neck, they haven't got colours. They've got ropes on. I don't know, like, what's the cost for a wee car, like? The ones over there don't have colours, they must be better behaved. Do you not go on at night time, pet, and have to drag you in? I don't think it's right. Something that counts our own, there's nothing not right going on there. Like, if that's not safe to be around, why is the goats around now? Why is it okay for a rock to fall on the goat? You see that door over there? I've seen that before in this house. You see the bottom of the door where the wood rotted? Rather than change the whole door like they do today, they cut out the bottom of the door and put new wood in the bottom. Now the new wood now is rotted away. But you can easily put on new wood again in the bottom and keep the original stuff at the top. You see when they restore them, there'll be all new doors put on. That's the way they do it today, just throw everything out. Because it takes a bit of skill to tie on a piece of wood. While you make a new door, you can do that with machines. Letting you off here now, Luna. No attack on wildlife now, okay? I think, Luna, we need to go and get something to eat. And then you need a drink, anyway. And then see about head down to McGilligan or Tello Tower. No time to go to. I mean, you have to book everything in advance. You don't know how long it's going to last. That was very interesting there. Definitely, if this is on next year, I'd recommend anybody come. The man's very educational. But I'm no good with names and stuff. But they wrote some stuff, so they did. We're going to head back now towards the car. So the only bad fault I give to your man today, he had one of them wee mics on. He was wearing a wee earpiece and the wee mic goes to his mouth, so he had it on him. And he had a wee box, a wee amplifier box tied around a wee shoulder strap. And he said at the start, can you all hear me? I don't like using this thing. But the fact is, he had it on him the whole time. See the noise of traffic here? The noise of traffic's annoying at times. Now 95% of the time I could hear him, but at no point in that. I tried to record him on the phone, I doubt it has worked out. I didn't want to record him on the GoPro because people are moving all over the place. And but I'd like to let's play back to listen to some of the history, like. Because I say I can't remember names and dates, but I'm interested in it. And if I could even play back the audio, then I could put more accurate description on my video. But it didn't turn his wee box on. And always this traffic here. They took everybody's photograph at the end, and I said, get the wee dog in, get the dog in. But see, she couldn't get that. She had an iPhone first, and she couldn't get a proper picture. It's too dark with the iPhone, she says. Got another phone, couldn't get it to work. Then a third phone, she got the photograph taken. if the second phone had worked, Luna's bum was showing. The third phone, I think there's a good chance she might have got her face in. But like, Luna's not the best at posing, like. And me myself, I'm not one for getting photographs taken, but I like the idea of Luna getting a photograph taken. So I had to go to the front with Luna at the end, make sure Luna got on it, like. I like my wee Luna to be into these things. Another interesting fact, that's another interesting fact here, boys. During COVID, dolphins came up the foil. And well, I say, what's going wrong? Like, I've seen the dolphins. They were there for weeks. Dolphins come up the foil. Boy came up with a speedboat and scared one's off. It's stupid, like, you know. But the dolphins up the foil. What happens is, whatever the Irish name is and whatever bank this is and all the rest, it basically means a bank full of seals. He says if you go down the cycle lane today, there'll be seals on the foil over in that banking. And this is the narrowest bit of the river foil. And all the salmon have to come up past up here. And the wee seals just lie sunbathing on the side of the bank, and until they see a wee salmon, they go out and they pinch one. And then they go back. So it's dead handy for seals. If you're a wee seal and you can't be arsed going around the Atlantic Ocean looking for salmon, this is the place to come here, like. So the wee seals will be in the bank, and it's just the far side of the river on the way down the Strathfoyle. It's a new cycle lane there now. But apparently, when the traffic is going over this Foyle Bridge, now the Foyle Bridge, now I don't know how true this could be, but it could be. The Foyle Bridge is there, what, 30 years maybe? I don't know, it's definitely not more than 40 years. So, his theory is the traffic going over this Foyle Bridge, the sound gets transferred down the columns into the water. And dolphins use sound and all in order to find stuff, and they can't find nothing with the noise of that traffic. So whenever the traffic's going here, the dolphins don't come up. But whenever COVID came and the traffic all came to a halt and all the rest, the dolphins were able to swim on up to get the salmon and all. And they stayed, there were no rush away. They were well looked after here, so they were. But no dolphins now. No, I'm on down this way. There's no wee dolphins here now, like. But if that was the case, I'm not saying he's wrong. I seen the dolphins. They were there during COVID. There definitely was dolphins, like. And I even put a couple of wee videos up on YouTube on them. But where were the dolphins before they built this? Now I know one time there was a whale came up, and that was before my time. I lived in Stavan. But apparently there used to be like steel nets that ran across the river at the Craigavon Bridge. The idea being that the IRA couldn't float bombs down to the bridge. I don't know if that's true or not. I've never seen a picture of it. But that's what I was to believe when I lived in Stavan as a Wayne. And the whale came up, but then got stuck in the foil. I think that whale died. Did it get stuck because of the net? Did it get stuck? He said this bridge wasn't here then. So there's nothing to stop it finding its way back out. I think it did die. I think there was more than one whale, but that whale definitely did die when I was away, like. And while I was in Stavan, I was scooting down, there's a tourist attraction, like. We didn't have a car then. When I got my first wee speedboat years ago, that light thing out there says Mountjoy. And if you had a pair of binoculars, you would see it now. I don't think it was, if that's not the same one, maybe it probably is, you know. But that's roughly where the boom was. Now that marker wasn't put for the Mountjoy, as that marker's put the guide boats, but it's the closest marker to the boom. So it gives you an idea where the boom actually went across. Now that was the narrowest point back then. Now bearing in mind, this was all foil. All this land here has all been reclaimed. That was the council dump. This would have been all mud flaps at one time. So although it's narrower here now, it wouldn't have been narrow here, it was narrow down there. But see, when you're down in Culmore, at Culmore Fort, to me it looked narrow in Culmore Fort. But then again, it's narrower there now because the ship's docks was built. Back before the ships were docking there, it could have been wider. So you needed somewhere, you had to get a rope, tie logs dead. How they tie the logs, probably more ropes. I thought there was a chain and all, but Mountjoy came up anyway, rammed the boom. It bounced back, got stuck in the muck, Oh no, no, interesting thing. Oh gee, and you, see that man's piles of good stuff. He had the original bullets that were used between the Mountjoy and the other bullets and the Jacobites up here. We lead. He had lead balls. He says the soldiers made their own lead balls. Like, we were getting stuck here in seaweed, but I'll go on with this wee story. There's a lunchbox down there, boys. Someone forgot their lunch. They made their own lead balls, and they kept the lead balls for the gun and a wee pouch in the front. And when a lead ball hits something, it goes flat. If you've seen it, it looks like a stone. It looks like, does not look like lead, does not look like metal, it looks like a stone. And he had the actual samples that actually came from this site here. So the ones that were flat were ones that were shot from the ships and hit the ground. And the ones that were round was the ones that the ones dropped. Every time you put a lead shot into your gun, you made have dropped one or two, because there's a big bag of them in your chest. And you're rushing, you're going to get killed like. So you just grab a wee and a couple fall. So whenever you see a full lead shot lying on the ground, there won't be one lead shot, there could be 10 or 12. Whenever you get a group of lead shots on the ground, not shot, that's where the boy was firing from. And wherever you get a flat one, that's where the boy was shooting at. So you're able to know exactly, if you're getting flat ones and round ones in the same place, they were dug in there. That's where it was all happening. That's right, Luna. I think you were winning at that time. And he had the actual lead shot. To get the actual lead shot that came from this actual place, rather than go to a museum and get a piece of lead shot from somewhere you don't know. It's always better to have the actual local stuff next to you, like. I'd imagine most of these lead shots were missed. And then what they done, he had one lead shot that was two stuck together. And that was, you know why nowadays you get dum-dum bullets, where people get a normal bullet and don't you file off the end or something. And then whenever the bullet hits you, rather than go straight in and make a hole, it splits and mucks up your whole inside. I think they're illegal. So although the technically speaking you can do it, it's a bit hard to operate and somebody after being hit by a dum-dum bullet. It's just a mess. So it's illegal to do it. Well, these double what do you call them, pellets, whatever you call them, gunshot. The double ones would spin in the air because there were two of them, and as it spun in the air, it would rip you to bits and hit you. So they had it back then too, so they were. I had it back then. Maybe it wouldn't have shot as far, twice the weight. But them boys never knew about a bridge here when back then, did they? Oh, the Mountjoy then hit this boom and bounced back. The boom acted like an elastic band. It goes forward, straight, and bounced back and put the ship onto the sandbank, onto the mud flap. But some of the boys had jumped out and tapped this boom with wee hatchets or whatever, and they were chopping at it. And your man, I can't mind the name again, he's famous, everybody's famous down this way. He gave the order to get all the cannons to shoot at the one time on one side of the boat, and the recoil of the cannons would knock the boat off the sandbank. And 5 seconds after he gave the order and the cannons went off, he got shot. And he was on the Mountjoy. He was shot and he died shortly after. His wife was waiting for him. She was in the siege, and it was because of his wife, that was the reason why he went. If his wife wasn't up there, he probably wouldn't have bothered up that day. Because they're all hiding in Loch Swilly, so they were. And the wife goes out to meet him then, and he's lying dead. There's a famous painting somewhere. So there you go, like. Men do that for women, and women don't appreciate it, you know. She's probably remembered about all the odd jobs he never got finished, you know. Didn't hang the picture and all that. And then the man gave his life just to try and get her food, like. A wee bit of art. Going to car camp tonight. Don't know when I'm going to car camp yet. Because I didn't know where I was going to end up. Didn't know what the weather's going to be. Well, alright. We'll head back up now to the car. Oh, there's water there. So we're doing a drink of fresh water in the car for. I'll have a wee coolie off there now. Oh, that's nice, Luna. Oh, that's nice. He didn't even take a drink, just once cooled off. Doesn't that feel nice? Aye? Doesn't that, you're like my wee crocodile, ain't you, pet? My wee hippopotamus. You're my wee hippopotamus. Come on now, looking nice and cool. I could never get wee Willow to do that. Willow suffered with the heat. Wee Lucy was the only one that would go into water. Lucy would lie in a puddle. That's the first time she's actually gone into a puddle herself. Says didn't even drink. Just went in for a cool off. First time for her to do that. Maybe doing a wee shaky now, Luna. Do you want to do a wee shaky? I was going to go to the toilet now, see. Oh. She's already done a poo this morning. She's squeezed out a second one, boys. That's the Lucy used to do that too. See when Lucy came into the water? Always did a poo when she came out. Get the bag out now. What the poop now? What a bit shortcut here, boys. It's very dusty. I think they put wee steps out, wouldn't you, Luna? You know what, but you see, I used to come here years ago, and that was always full of glass. How much glass there now? That's probably thanks to plastic bottles there, you know. No, come on, blackberries. Luna is running short of energy. She needs a wee sugar rush. There you go. So there's the wee lane now on the left hand side. But although it goes down here now, that road wasn't there. So the chances are it didn't go down this big steep hill. It could have even curved around. I don't know. I think there might even be a wee gate lodge still down there. There's some more storm there, it's probably coming out of the house. Oh, yeah. Go with the bin. I'll put your puppy in the bin, pet, and I'll go then. Only cross the bridge now to Grant's and Grant. Get the chips on. I don't know more than the car now.